can teach youth to be responsible consumers.
The stand of the church on premarital sex is very clear. It is that it is unacceptable. It is evil.
Good morals, we have to start now from the church.
Premarital sex is not good. It does more harm than good. So it's good to abstain.
It's more of parenting than the media.
According to the dictionary, premarital sex is any sexual activity that is practiced by persons who are unmarried. In the recent past, sexual activity among the youth has been on a steady rise, with some engaging in it as early as 9 years old. Many children and young adults learn sex very early on in their lives. Unfortunately, this is mainly learned from the media and their peers. Therefore, the information is usually partial, distorted, or wrong. In Nairobi, Kenya, like many other countries in the world, the problem of premarital sex among the youth is not an exception. Sexual health, just as in many African countries, are controversial topics. Hence, the youth are not adequately engaged on this topic. But as time passes by, we see sex and its consequences being discussed in the media, especially through advertisements, radio conversations, and TV programs.
66% and 59% of women and men, respectively aged between 15 and 24 years, reported to have already had their first sexual experience. In this group, 21% had had sex before the age of 15.
18 kilometers from Nairobi's business district, we find Lower Kabete, a cosmopolitan town located in the vast Kiambu County. Just like many other towns in Kenya, the rate of school dropout due to poverty and teenage pregnancy is steadily on the rise. Strangely, however, only about 15,000 out of the 140,000 people in the constituency have attained post-secondary education. This shows a link between education and early pregnancies. Various aspects are seen as contributing to early teenage pregnancies and premarital sex among the youth, and one of them is the TV. What reasons do the youth have to explain why they engage in premarital sex?
In the media, there are some programs that are brought that influence young people to premarital sex. Last year, where I got a child while I was 16, my life changed because I was forced to stop school, and even we had collision with my parents.
The media, they are good. Sometimes they're good educating, but also they are also destroying our young youths and everything.
While it might appear as if issues of pregnancies only affect the girl child, boys are equally affected.
For now I'm 19. I became a father on the age of 17 with a daughter which is 2 years now, and it went on, the what we call the peer pressure. That is when it promote me, thinking it was the good thing I was doing, and it happened. For now I'm with my kid and the mother.
I've taken the role of fatherhood. My baby was born in 2012 February. I was 19 by then when she was born. So there was a lot of things that I didn't know, but I decided to find information from people, from my mom, from my dad, from friends, from people who know a little bit about kids. It was really difficult because we did not know anything about kids. Me and my girlfriend then, because she was 18, I was 19, so you see, kids just straight from high school.
Some of the youth get pregnant as early as primary and secondary schools. Naturally, we would expect that they are people under the care of their parents or their guardians. How do parents respond to this?
Before I did not, I was not controlling them, but after some incidents I saw it necessary to do so. I have a teenage daughter. She got pregnant when she was 19, and after that we were not caring much about what she was doing, and maybe some of the things that she was doing, she was copying from maybe the media or the television.
Siku hizi watoto wameelefuka sana. Wengi wao wanajua mambo ya mapenzi juu ya hizi TV zetu, ama vile dunia iko siku hizi. Wameelefuka sana kutushida, si vile tulikuwa sisi beleni tukilelewa, hatukuwa mambo mingi, hatukuwa tunajua anything, lakini watoto wa siku hizi wanajua mengi juu ya TV na maredio. Sasa vile tunatakiwa ni wa cancel, tunawapatia counseling na tunawaambia mambo mingi kuhusu hizi, ama tunawapatia kazi nyingi na unawaambia mambo ya sports, kucheza, vile wanaweza jifanyia kazi, kusoma, unawapatia mawaidha kama hiyo, lakini si juu ya mapenzi.
Look at the kind of music that we get on TV. It has undertones of sexuality. And if youth believe that music is supposed to be that way, or movements in music is supposed to be that way, then I would say that it is related.
Recently, there have been discussions on the TV stations about teenage pregnancies. The point that came out strongly was that lack of censorship in the media consequently leads to moral decay. Early pregnancies do not come and end with having a baby. It has been noted to contribute to the rising cases of abortion, psychological and social effects. Medical practitioners give us the social and psychological effects associated with this. Socially, it results to
consequences of premarital sex. One, if they are students, they drop out of school. Secondly, they might get pregnant. If it's a girl, they get pregnant. Both the girl and the boy might contract infections, sexually transmitted infections. Yeah, and they get psychologically disturbed if they come across such things.
There are many repercussions on practicing sex outside marriage. And one of it is that it disturbs the emotions of the youth. So, because immediately that you practice you practice a sexual act, the urge continues, and one feels that after some times it becomes a habit that you are not able to get out of, because like any other emotion, such could be addictive. That once you enter into sexual act, and then it continues, creates a habit, and then it becomes very difficult for you even to come out of it. Even after marriage, sometimes you find people going out of marriage relationship because they are used, and especially if it happens that you are not only going with one person, so you want to try different tastes, as they say.
Sex and pregnancy is a beautiful thing if it happens in the right setting, which is marriage. What does the church have to say about this?
The stand of the church on premarital sex is very clear. It is that it is unacceptable. It is evil, because there is a certain nature of sexuality. Sexuality, according to the church, is aimed, it has two properties, unitative and procreative. And therefore, unitative and procreative can only happen within the context of a marriage, within the context of a family. Any practices of any sexual practice outside this context is evil. And according to Donum Vitae or Casti Canubi, these are two documents of the church that gives us a guideline on how, on the end of the sexuality, it is defined as intrinsically evil.
After all is said and done, as the youth, parents, the church, and different stakeholders, we all need to come up with a solution. What should we do to tackle this problem head on?
I think a lot can be done. First of all, it is important to understand that the media's role is to persuade. So it's not necessarily going to persuade you to buy or to adopt valuable things or positive things. And therefore, once we are informed of that, then the parents need to take responsibility that they have let go of having time with their children and educating the youth how to choose what to watch. Yeah, you don't just watch anything. Creating, giving them discipline so that they can also make responsible choices in their lives. And that is something that most parents are not doing, and they could do.
Abstain from sexual activities.
One, they have the self-control in them. Also, not to be like, they feel like a man, so that they want to show their friends, they want to be the man in the group. And also not to make a chill, to give a chill stand and everything.
Premarital sex is not good. It does more harm than good. So it's good to abstain.
In a nutshell, I would tell the youth to enter into friendship and a relationship, but that relationship should not have a component of sexual intercourse.
Most parents, they don't discuss. Okay, if you see like most men, they don't talk to their boys, they don't talk to their girls. Even most women, the mothers, they just warn. They want their kids not to do this, but they don't tell them what to do. So I think they should put more concern on their kids.
Last but not least, we need policymakers who can put the media in check. Radio and TV programs should be educative and not obscene nor derogatory.
The media should rethink how they program the different programs that they put on television about timing. They should consider programs that have maybe obscene images or scenes. They should put them at around maybe after news, when kids are asleep, when young adults are asleep or are expected to be sleeping, and maybe show it for the adults. I think it's only about the timing.
I will encourage them when they bring the contents. They also in particular bring contents that are right for children and also the young people to watch, because these days they bring contents that are not based on children to watch, which need parental guidance.
I think we have very little control over television and media. We can only say, are they able to censor what they give to the audience? But many times, because the idea is to persuade, their idea is to sell, we have no control over that. But we have control over something. We have control over the choices that we make. So for me, that is very empowering, to know that whatever is sold by the media, you do not have to take. Yeah, we are not powerless, a powerless society. We are a society that is informed, that is educated, and we can make personal healthy choices.
Napenda nione ukinitendea, napenda nione ukinibariki, napenda nione ukiniinua, kila kitu kwako mimi napenda. Napenda nione ukiniponya, napenda nione ukinifariji, napenda nione ukiniinua, kila kitu kwako Bwana mimi napenda. Napenda nione ukinitendea, napenda nione ukinibariki, napenda nione ukiniinua, kila kitu kwako mimi napenda. Napenda nione ukiniponya, napenda nione ukinifariji, napenda